Hi guys, Tasty here. Welcome back to my Quake Platinum Trophy Guide. And in this video we're going to be completing Scourge of Arma-gone expansion DLC pack, whatever you want to call it. And we're going for the trophy Scourge Done Slick, which, although it sounds a bit like Quake done quick, there is no requirement to do this fast. All we need to do is complete the expansion, and you can save as much as you want. I'm going to be doing it without any quick saves or any saves at all, but yeah, you don't need to do that. I was going in completely blind. I've never played this DLC before, and I really enjoyed it actually. It was a lot of fun figuring out the levels, working out the routes that I wanted to use and so on. And again, same as the first part, we're going for efficiency here. It's not a speed run, although I often find that going through quickly is the easiest way for me anyway. I mean, especially if you're quick saving mid-level, just do it bit by bit. So we're gonna get going now, and I'll show you a couple of changes I made to, well, not changes, but if we head into options, input, we've got a couple of new weapons in this DLC. Laser cannon and this hammer, neither of which I use that often. But anyway, I'll talk about them more in a minute. This is the... Wow, did that really happen? This is the starting hub, but here we just choose the difficulty. You don't pick episodes or anything. There are 3 episodes in this expansion though. So if we go down here and head down this corridor, we find the Nightmare difficulty level. I think I mentioned that, didn't I? You know that we have to complete the entire game on Nightmare, so onto the first level. The entire first episode is in this theme, the like military base theme. We're going to get a secret down here for some red armor. We're heading here to blow up this bit area with the rocket. There are a couple of enemies above us. Managed to get one there. Shoot. I didn't even head down the tunnel, but yeah. Careful in here, because that explosion will wipe you out if you're too close to it. And there we got the gold key. Head back the way that we came. And the exit's just down here. We've got a couple of new enemies as well. You'll see one soon. It's this strange mechanical scorpion, and they sound like a cat. There you go. It's a very weird sound they make. And there's the first level. As for the new weapons, the laser cannon and the hammer I don't use at all. I'm sure it's good, but I just didn't try it. And the laser cannon is a bit like the thunderbolt, but it conserves ammo better and doesn't do as much damage over time. So, oh, damage per second. Get mega health here, and hit this button at the end. Another one of these cats, robotic cats. And across the invisible bridge. We're heading for that silver key. There's red armor there. Whenever I'm sort of figuring out one of these levels, I start by figuring out what's the most important items that I want, and then working the route out based on those. That item that we just picked up there, empathy shield or something, it's a bit like retribution, if you've retaliation, I don't know, whatever you call it, where enemies that damage you take a certain amount of damage back themselves, a bit like thorns in an RPG. There's a couple of new power-ups in this expansion. So I find that the most important items are the red armor above anything, And then after that, I like Eyes of Protection. Not Eyes of Protection. The Eye of Shadow or Ring of Shadow. That's it. Oh wow! I just missed the quad damage. Great. Quad damage. Quad damage is really helpful. The Ring of Shadows that makes you invisible. The red armor, and actually less important is the mega health. It's always nice to have a mega health, but it doesn't carry on to the next level. Whereas red armor, it's very useful because you pick a red armor up and then that's it. You've got that now until it runs out, until you use it. The Ring of Shadows is very good because you can just run through the level. Although we don't really find that many in Scourge of Armagon. Oh yeah, another new weapon that you don't have to add a key for is this proximity grenade. It seems like, I'm not really sure, I haven't looked it up, but the grenades don't seem as powerful as regular grenade, and you can switch between the regular grenade launcher and the proximity grenade launcher by pressing the grenade launcher button twice. But they are useful in certain situations. But like if a ogre takes 3 regular grenades, I find that they might take 2 proximity grenades. Here I'm just basically testing the proximity launcher. And there we go, finish that level. I'm saving after each level. I actually really enjoyed this particular level. We start off with a rocket jump up here. The yellow armor and a mega health there, which I missed. We hit this switch to open a mine shaft. It was just kind of cool having this whole mine shaft that we can fly down. Bunny hop. As you can see, I've gotten better with my bunny hops, and actually using the controller, I did, practice makes perfect. You do get better with the controller. And I had a thought where you might be able to bunny hop really consistently if you go into your PlayStation 5. I'm using PlayStation 5. I think there's a setting where you can change what the buttons do. Ideally what you need is strafe left and right on R1 and L1 or something like that. You might be able to set up strafe left and right onto circle and square, perhaps. Yeah, if you set up... I haven't done this, I might try it for the next part. Set up square and circle as strafe left and right. I'm not sure whether you can actually, but that's the problem. That's the reason that you can't bunny hop properly, is because the strafing is with the analog stick, and it's just much more difficult to do it. Anyway, making full use of this quad damage, and I'm going to hit these ones right. They're near the exit there, because they can be a problem, I found. So I'm just sliding up this wall to shoot the nails down there. This part I never quite figured out, but I kept dying at this part. Hit this button, save it, and then try this, because I kept dying. I don't know if there's a trick, but I just happened to get through it really nicely on that occasion. But so many times I would do that level and just get churned up like a washing machine, like I was in a washing machine at the end. Yet another military base. And another level where we're just going to wreck everything and get what we need. Quad damage. And again, in the description, you'll find timestamps to all of the trophies that we're getting in this run, and the different timestamps for the different levels. Obviously, careful down here when you're shooting these fish that you don't blow yourself up with a rocket. Love nails. Wow, I've actually got 4 cells. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Not anymore, but... Head to the gold door. Watch out for these guys at the tops. Oof! Some of these levels, I mean, I figured out where I had to go, and I just tried it, and I don't... Whoa, let's get away from him. I don't know how you avoid that electricity, if there's a button you can press, or... But, yeah. We got through it. Just. I love the super nail gun. I found, in deathmatch for this game, anything other than the lightning and the rocket launcher isn't that great, but in the single player, the super nail gun's really useful. That's the end of episode 1. So we'll get a trophy here. It doesn't pop up for me because I've done it already in a previous attempt on that level. Now, this level, I take a massive shortcut, so I couldn't help myself. It was just too fun to try and do it. So we go the secret to get mega health. Here we encounter these guys that steal your weapon. I'm going to jump up onto this post, and I'm going to use a grenade plus my own grenade jump. That was a ogre grenade and my own grenade to take that shortcut. It's just such a useful shortcut. You get this pentagram of protection afterwards. Then we just need to take this guy out. Another one will spawn that we telefrag. I'm just going to stand here because we've got the invincibility. We'll telefrag him. And then exit. Now, at this point, I took a break of about 4 months and came back to this level, and I couldn't have taken a worse time to take a break, because now I'm coming back after 4 months, and this level was really hard. It's just non-stop with the amount of enemies you'll have to deal with. You will definitely want to, well, you don't have to, obviously. You can do it like me if you want to, but you can throw down a save at any point, so that you don't have to repeat some of these parts again. If you do it really nicely for the purposes of getting the trophies. Get to different milestones and then save your game if you do a nice job of it. So now I'm just running through everything, running past everything. I'm not going to bother. Those 3 fiends earlier on you have to kill to trigger the next part, but now I'm running. I'm just going to stun things and run. I won't even stun him. When you hit this button, we'll have some fiends come out. They can trap you sometimes. Run, run, run. Blow him up because he might steal your weapon. Through this door. Up the staircase, and we'll get the silver key up here. It's a massive room though, so I just take the key and run around. Hopefully they'll hit each other, and then through the teleporter. Now we can go to the silver door. This is definitely the first very difficult level. Jump down with the gold key, and now I'm going back the way I came to hit this secret here where there's a pentagram. Pretty important, I found, because I just couldn't figure out this part here, where the floor gives way and you get surrounded by lava, or you fall into the lava. The floor gives way. And I, without fail, always fell in the lava. But you have to shoot... Well, you see where I shot vertically up with the... I'm having to try and get out of here with it. You shoot that up there, and it releases this door. You also shoot the other one you might have seen. You might have to rewind. But there's 2 areas you have to shoot to access the end there. And if you fall in the lava, it's not the jump key. You have to use the walk backwards key while looking down to rocket jump out of substance like water, liquid. This, on the other hand, I really enjoyed this level. I am going to use a pretty significant shortcut that I found. You come through here and get the pentagram. Get out of my way. And then rocket jump up here. Of course, I landed on their heads, so I couldn't just get on with it, but it didn't matter really. Down we go. Into a sewer. My aim was to kill these two before it ran out, which I just about managed. Yeah, I did it. An easy room with Omega health at the back. And then a big spawning of fiends. Wondered if I'd kill them all. No, I'm not going to kill all of them. I'm coming up to a red armor now, I think. I'll get that key. Backtrack into the sewer. Get a hammer. Yeah, I probably should have used that hammer, but I just didn't. But down here we've got red armor that's worth grabbing. And lots of these guys, I can't remember their name, gremlins maybe or something. They steal your weapons and then use them against you. They're otherwise not very dangerous. Almost killed myself getting it, but it's always worth it to get red armor. Now a little platforming section. These guys took each other out. I don't know what happened there, but that was funny. They shot each other up for some reason. They seem to kill themselves, in the lightning. And I don't even know how you turn that lightning off. I just sort of jumped through it, I think. I previously watched a video to check where the secrets are in this level and saw the guy do that, so yeah, that was a very handy trick there. So getting my bearings a bit now. There it is. There's the gold key. Another sewer. And the ending. Here I'm not going to bother killing these. It's just, get in. Yeah. And in this next level, we are getting our first taste of these spike mines. And what I found with the spike mines is that you have to be able to see them or else they won't come towards you. So you can hide behind a wall, they won't come. They have to have line of sight to you, but then they can just blow into walls like that. You can also use them to kill enemies. So it won't come unless it can see me. There you go. We'll take this wind up. And here we get a double pentagram and then a quad. Going under, get the mega health, because why not? Now I'm going to get the silver key, which is over upper wind bit here. And then I'm going to avoid having to I'm going to skip a bit part of the level. We're coming back up this wind bit. There's a secret here with some rockets. And then we can jump across here and get the ring of protection. Ring of shadows. And they can't see us. And now we're heading to a red armor. Past these guys that can't see us, but we have to kill these because we can't squeeze past. And get the red armor. Then when we go back out, the other ones will have woken up. But we just run past them. Now we can go in here and left, straight in this way. Now we have to kill everything here to unlock the next door. And that's the end of the level. I found another shortcut on this level. It's a rocket jump right at the beginning. So we just skipped out a massive part of the level. At first I was doing the level the regular way, and it takes quite a long time to get to where I am now. And then I realised that I could rocket jump up there. And just blow everything up down here. And we'll get a pent at the end. I'm just going to run past these, we don't need to go on. Get the gold key, go down under. Rocket jump up here. And then it's a rush to try and... We have to press that button. Try and make the most of the pent before it runs out. Because this bit is a really dicey area. You have to hit that button and then hit this switch. And then not die from one of these guys. I'm not going to stick around to kill everything, because the door's open now, so I'm just going to make my way back and just escape. I actually included the trophy pop in that one. In this level we're going to be getting a miscellaneous trophy called You're Not Supposed to Be Here. Grab the rocket launcher to start with. It's one of those spike mines. Then we're going to do a double rocket jump here. You get this yellow and then double rocket jump up. It might seem tricky at first, but it's just about after you've shot the first rocket, adjust your aim slightly to not be vertical. And you'll do it no problem. Just make a save before it and then try. Don't pick up that hammer or you'll spawn a load of spike mines and vors up there. Rocket jump up here to get the quad. Ignore those guys. Kill this shambler. Don't worry about killing that one, he's friendly. We're already on the 3rd episode, by the way. That's why we got that trophy in the end of the last level, for completing episode 2. And that's the end of this level. This is a level that took me many times repeating. But, you know, I loved it. You can pretty much tell, you know, it shows. I know like what I'm doing, where the ammo that I want, where the enemies are. Not one of the easier levels, but not one of the hardest either. Nails work really well against these cat things. I'd say if you've gotten this far, then the worst of it's over. You just got to worry about these fiends that spawn down the bottom. I just really nicely escaped them there. We're backtracking, and now this gate has opened up here. There's a secret in here with a lightning gun. These Vors can't take the lightning. I'm doing pretty nicely with my 99 armor and full health. You don't need to kill these, but I'm just here for the red gold key. And I was so unlucky there, getting hit by another grenade. I got hit by 2 grenades. I'm left with 3 health to do this end part. And you have to kill the shambler to open the door. But we did it, and with 2 health left. And an interesting thing is that because this next level begins with a fall, it actually automatically gave me more health at the start. It gave me 25 health to begin the level, so that I wouldn't die, I think, when I landed. And then it increased my health. Like, I took full damage, and then there's a health pad right where you land, so it took my health back up a little bit. This was one of the hardest levels I found. You want to kill as much as you can in this area up here with the quad damage. Kill as many of them as you can as you're coming this route. Then you have to kill the 2 Vors and the 2 Spectres, whatever they're called, in the sky, those guys, to complete the sequence, to be able to get the key there. And then there's the Dark Knight up here, Death Knight. And the reason that we killed as much as we could with the quad up the top was because you have to go back up there, and it's just chaos if you haven't killed enough up here. There's going to be a lot of stuff here anyway, especially the goblin things, these guys, because they jump down. And this is a level I found where there are so many strategies that you can use, but for me the best strategy was just to run through it as quickly as possible. You can stop and kill every single enemy individually if you want. I just found that more difficult because you just get swamped. So I just grabbed the quad and ran through the level as fast as I could, killing as much as I could. And then we're going to hide in the secret and use the shotgun to kill these 2. They can't reach us. We'll restock some health and some nails. And now we're heading back to use the key. There's a secret we can use to drop down, just to cut out, so that we don't have to go back to where that shambler was outside, by hitting that button there. And then we can drop down. We've got some enemies in the way. He still survived in the end. Now we head to the gold key door. There's a couple of ogres through here. And of course I always take damage right before the end, like that. But we still ended with 61 armor. We're getting towards the end of the game now. There might be one more level after this one, I think. But we get a red armor here anyway, so it doesn't matter about a yellow armor. There's the red armor popping up. A fiend that he jumped so fast into me that I took a rocket right to my face, and then I took splash damage there as well, so I immediately lose 60 of my red armor. Not to worry though. Got a trap room, simple trap room. And we're just going to run through this room to the elevator. Just grabbing the ammo on the way. And we get a mega health up here by hitting that skull on the wall. Oh no, I'm not going back down there. Get those nails as well. Another Shambler. And then the Vor here with the lightning gun as well. And then move out the way before those grenades come and hit you. You still hit me in the face anyway, but... Careful as we go through here. And we're going to be coming up against lots of ogres and a few of these spectres as well. On our way to the silver key. I'm not going to bother killing the ones that ambush you here, because they're stuck behind these windows. I'm just going to quickly as I can carve a route. In fact, I'm just going to give up here and grab the key and go back the other way. 8 health. Luckily, there's some health packs in here. There's another nice power up as well. In a secret. Jump on the frame of the door here. Hit that. And we get a pent. So the 4 health, not a big deal. I'm going to go down here and get some armour. And there's one more yellow armour before we reach the exit of this level. It's quite an easy level overall, so, you know, it's a welcome change from those really, really tough levels like the previous one. There's a pointless mega health there because we're almost finishing the level and they don't carry over. I'm going to take out this 4 and then I'm going to take out the next room and then I'm going to grab... There's another yellow armour. Clear these cat scorpions out and then go back for the yellow armour. I'm not entirely sure whether this is necessary, but I always like to have as much armour as I can going into a new level. And of course, as you know, as I said at the beginning, I'm blind to this DLC. It turns out it was a good decision because this is the very last level. And there is no armour in this level, so it's very handy actually to get that last yellow armour. You trigger this by going near it, and then we'll get the armour. Not the armour, the ammo. I'm leaving those nails because I've got maximum nails anyway. Throw down some proximities, just for helping with the DPS. And then use the lightning and the super nail gun. I found was best. If he uses the rockets, it's devastating. If he uses that laser, it's not too bad. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's just random, but there we go. He's dead. So I can't remember whether I mentioned at the beginning now, but I'm planning on having the Platinum Trophy within 6 videos. 6 of these episodes. So we've done 2, we've got 4 more to go. So we'll still have the Dissolution of Eternity run, Dimension of the Past, Dimension of the Machine, and then I'll do one final video with miscellaneous trophies, and then we'll have the Platinum popped. So thanks guys for watching, and I hope it was useful, and I'll see you in the next one.